So, what do you do as an agency or as a professional seller when your product is no longer displaying for your PPC campaigns?
So this is something that we unfortunately see quite often. Products are getting flagged as ineligible for advertising, and you'll see that the ad has stopped delivering once you click into an ad group. Now, in some cases, we've also seen the ad say it's still delivering, but the ad actually stops getting any impressions whatsoever, which indicates that it's not actually delivering. So, sometimes you are actually trying to advertise a product that is not eligible for advertising. It's against Amazon's T's and C's, and people are worried if they reach out to Amazon seller support to see if they can get through that, if that's going to permanently delist their item. And we always recommend still trying to reach out to seller support. Usually someone you're reaching out to is not that high up on the totem pole where they would just completely pull your product, if you're even lucky enough to get someone who knows what they're doing. So even if you know that your product is not eligible, it's still worth reaching out to support and just hounding them and seeing if there's anything you can remove from the listing. Of course, before reaching out, you also want to refer to any lists of terms that are not allowed on a listing, and making sure that you don't have those anywhere in the title or bullet points or description to have the best chance of getting the ad running again.
One of the things to keep in mind when you are no longer eligible for advertising on a product or your impressions just stop is that it can be very difficult to get a response out of seller support. It might take you 3 or 4 tickets or calls to actually get the information you need to determine how you want to handle the situation. At the end of the day, if you get a generic response back from seller support, you have to keep trying. It is very frequent that you have to open 4 to 5 tickets on the same issue to actually get information as to why your product has been suspended, suppressed, or ineligible for advertising. One other thing to keep in mind is that there are a number of ways that a competitor could attack your listing and make it ineligible for advertising or totally suspended or suppressed. One of those is actually going in and uploading information such as blacklisted keywords on your back-end search terms. These can show up in the platinum search terms, they can show up in the actual search terms, they can show up all over in the listing on the back end where you might not see the issue on the product page. Again, these could be terms that are not allowed to be marketed on Amazon, and so Amazon has flagged your product thinking it is a product you cannot advertise. Think of adult products. That is typically what we see. They will put those terms in on the back end search terms and your ads will stop showing. Now, looking through the listing is important to make sure that that has not happened. But reaching out to seller support, they can tell you what you are being flagged for, again, if you ask enough.